KSM Show.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I call this series that we've been doing, we are looking at people who take care of those of us or those who have special needs. And I'm calling them angels in our midst, man. Show them love, man. Now, you've seen some kids. I think they call them hydrocephalus. They have larger than normal heads. You know, autistic kids in some cases, HIV kids with HIV in some cases, abandoned children generally, and there's this ministries. It's called the West Africa Mercy Ministries, headed by one very, very kind gentleman called Reverend William Tetteh Deku, who handles them, and they take care of kids with special needs. And take a look at this, some of this clips. Take a look at this. Yeah, these are the kids, and we have one kind-hearted man who has set his ministries and working with the social welfare department, helping to take care of these kids. Put your hands together, show some love for Reverend William Tetteh Deku. Hi, Reverend. There, and there. Reverend, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you're here. We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to be looking at the great works you're doing. So, folks, he's in the house. Stick around. We'll be right back.
If you reach for that remote, I will bite you. The KSM Show will be right back.
We are back. Oh, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show. You know, we have production meetings, and we always think about where we can focus, you know. And then somebody mentioned at the production meeting, well, there are some people who have such a kind heart, associations, individuals, who are just taking care of people with special needs.
Yes.
And once we started discussing that, your name came out very, very prominently. And we talked about the West Africa Mercy Ministries and the kind of stuff we're doing. We saw a few clips even at the beginning. And so to start with, thank you so much, and God bless you for this work.
You're welcome.
What motivated you to reach out to the kids and start this ministry?
It's a calling, because if you are not called into this ministry, it will be very, very difficult doing such a program or such a ministry. The Lord, I was born again and attended the Bible school at All Nations Bible Training Center, and also was trained by a special ministry from the U.S. They are known as Johnny and Friends Ministries. This is about Johnny Erickson Tada.
Oh, yeah. I've actually interviewed her before.
Okay.
Years ago. Yes.
They had a team that came to Ghana around 1994. By then I was in the Bible school, and I was introduced to their program.
I see.
And I was trained on how to handle people with disability, and also how to reach out preaching the gospel to them. And that is also one of the source of my motivation. And based on that, we really found out that there is some area that is lacking in our ministry, especially when it comes to orphans and children with special needs.
So you decided to focus on that segment of our society, the orphans and the special needs children. We registered this NGO, and then also registered with the Department of Social Welfare, and rented an apartment to start with. And our home is located at our dental housing down Ajite Street on number 6. And that is where we took off. Wow. So how long have you been in flight?
Since 2010. Yes.
Fantastic. Because you got very, very good recommendations. So you work with the social welfare. And so when kids are there, they refer them to you. How's the relationship like?
It's like when kids are abandoned or they are orphans, the first place of call is the Department of Social Welfare. So they have the kids, and then they inform us, and we go in for the kids.
And then you go in for them.
Yeah.
So what happens? They just call you and say, well, we have some kids, come for them, or how's that? What's the arrangement like?
Oh, the arrangements, it's like we've already registered with them.
Oh,
so
okay.
They know that
They know
our organization works with such children. So they then refer the children to our home for care and shelter. Yeah.
So you have caretakers at the home that handle the kids?
Yes, we have caretakers at the home, and we have a hospital that is a doctor that also comes to visit and take care of the children.
Take care of the kids.
Yeah.
What is, do you have any problems in terms of maybe the kids, any problems associated with this kind of work?
First, I would say financing. Because most of these children need continuous medication. Yeah. When they come first, the first thing that we do is that we send them to the hospital for full examination, and then we try to identify the problem, what could be done to help them. So that is what we do. And based on the diagnosis, then we continue from where maybe the mother or the father left off, and what could be done to help these children.
Do you know the parents, or they are abandoned, right?
They are abandoned, so you can't even trace the parents. Yeah.
How young? What's the youngest that you have had to take in?
The youngest was around, is it 1 week?
1
12,
week?
12 days.
12 days?
12 days.
And was abandoned where?
We were told, according to the report, he was abandoned around somewhere in front of the La Pentecost Church.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I think what happened was that the mother delivered the baby. That dawn, put the baby into a polythene sack with the placenta, everything in place, left the baby in front of the church.
Really?
So at dawn, somebody was going to work and heard the baby crying. So that is where the baby was rescued. And sent to the police hospital.
And then from there, the baby ended up with social?
Ended up with the Department of Social Welfare, and the baby was referred to us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, God bless you, man. And you took that was 12 days old.
12 days old.
How old is the baby now?
The baby is doing very great.
Really? How old?
He's now about 5 years.
About 5 years? Show some love, man. Show some love. This one, I'd like you to introduce, there's a lady, Ramatu Sedu, at the social welfare that you work with?
Yes.
Okay. So let's get to meet her. She's working with the social welfare department at Adenta. Put your hands together. Show some love for Ramatu Sedu. Yes, so, and then there, and then back there. Please have a seat. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I hear you always watch the show, and you always.
I love it.
You love it, eh?
And I've been praying the day I'll meet you and then come into your show and you see what.
And tell you are here, you know. Show some love for that. Yeah, it's good to have you here.
Yeah,
and you came on a great cause too, because we are looking at reaching out to those who are not as lucky, children with special needs and everything. And then his name came up with his ministry, you know, and then through that we also found out that they are working directly with your, What are some of the problems that you come up with, that come up that you need to refer to agencies like his?
The problems, there are many. Because at times you come to work, you see policeman sitting in front of your office with a baby.
Wow.
They don't know where the baby is coming from. They can't trace the parents. Abandoned baby. You take him with their police extract. Then we also look through the orphanages in Adenta where they can take care of, where the child can best be fitted. So if the child is a child with special needs, we refer them to him.
Okay.
When the child is just a normal child who needs shelter, there are other orphanages. We invite them in. If there's a vacancy, they allow us to bring the children. We accompany the children with the police extract and our report. While the child is there, we go around looking for the parents, investigating where we can. At times we don't meet anybody. Nobody is even ready to link any information to you. So the child will be there till that kingdom come.
Wow.
Or he's giving.
So when the child is that young, like this one I was talking about, 12 days old, how do you determine then that they have a special need? Or the medical?
The medical report confirms.
Confirms.
The medical report confirms. Because mostly when we don't take them straight. Even if, especially when we get them around 5 p.m. when we are closing, we take them to the orphanage for safekeeping. The next day, we go to the hospital, either police hospital or
the polyclinic
attached in Ngwa.
Yeah.
Then we send the child there for medical diagnostic, and then they refer us to, they give us the report. So through the report, we know where to put the child at the orphanage.
So when you put the child at the orphanage, like you place a child with the West African Mercies Ministries, so you place a child there, is that now they are under the domain of this?
Yes.
You're now away. You're not cut off, or do you do regular visits and checkups?
We visit.
You have to visit?
Because we have to write report every quarter.
Every quarter.
Especially on the children. We write to the municipal assembly, regional office, then head office. We let them know. So every quarter you have to present a report. So if you don't visit, you know what is going on.
You know what is going on.
So we visit.
Wow. Do you get emotionally attached, Reverend, to these kids?
Yes.
You develop some...
Yeah, we develop great love for these kids. And we live with them. My wife and I live with them in the same house.
Wow.
And our program is just like a family program.
Wow.
And make sure they enjoy the family system.
This is a good point, because your wife is here. So this is a good point to introduce your wife. So introduce your wife for us, and then she can come and join us here.
Madam Priscilla.
Madam Priscilla. Show us some love, man. Please have a seat. Wow. Well, first of all, God bless all of you for the great work you're doing. So you have turned your home into shelter. Yeah.
For the special needs.
Wow. And you have your regular kids?
Yes.
How many kids?
Two.
You have two?
Yes.
Okay. And so they mingle with each other? Tell me about it, Anna Priscilla.
Yes, they do mingle together. They play together. They learn together. We do everything in common.
So what is the day like for the kids when they get up? Do you have a routine for them to go through?
Yeah, we wake them up around 6:30. They take their bath. They go for breakfast. And those that are in school, we prepare them for school.
Okay.
And those on medication go for their medication. Then we bring them back to the hall. And then we start something like worship. And then after a little school, those who are not in school, a little school, their nursery and their literacy, a little, and then lunch, snack, and then lunch, and then another snack, and supper, bath.
In working with the kids, what are some of the difficulties and challenges?
My challenge was that there was a day a child passed on.
Oh, wow.
And I couldn't take it.
Wow.
I couldn't take it. My prayer is that all the kids that will enter the house will grow, if possible, get healed and become normal citizens of our nation. But sometimes it doesn't happen that way. And
How many times have you experienced that, lost a patient?
Two.
Two?
Yeah.
Wow. And I can imagine how heart-wrenching it will be, because you develop, they are family, basically. So at that time, you inform social welfare?
Yes, they are aware. This particular child that died, according to the the neurosurgeons, there is nothing that could be done to help him because the head is so big, he has hydrocephalus, and the brain tissue was so small that they can't face in the shunt, that is to drain the fluid out of this thing. So there is nothing that could be done. He came in around, that was May, and getting to August, he passed on. Yeah.
Wow, wow. And the decision to use your house was yours, hers, or both?
The Lord called us together, so.
So no, you said something about it's a calling from the Lord. Does that mean that you just feel that you've been blessed with the passion to take care of?
Yes.
Yeah, the calling comes in the form of a passion you feel for kids, something like that?
It's a calling and it's a passion. That is how it is. When God calls you.
What if he calls you and you don't have the passion? Or he will look at the person who has the passion before they call them?
God knows our hearts, and
Okay.
He knows us,
Okay.
and He knows the ability that He has placed in us
Yes,
to do
yes,
His work.
yes, yes.
So it's not all pastors that are called into this.
Anyway, into that kind of ministry,
Yes.
yeah.
So God gives us a special heart and special passion for this.
Fantastic,
kids. Yeah.
fantastic, fantastic. And Madam, that is great, man. That is great. The reason you are here today is that we want to pay attention to those of you who are taking care, social welfare. You're doing great, but we don't really always know.
One thing about our work is confidentiality reigns supreme. Because we don't want to expose.
Exactly.
So we hide ourselves and do it.
I see.
But when the need comes for us to come out and say something, like I'm here today,
Yeah.
I'm just appealing for something for them.
Okay, okay. So, Reverend, give us a number. This is the West African Mercy Ministries.
Yes, my phone number is 027 2266940.
Okay. And as you can see, the number is on your screen right now. And even before, let's take just another 30 seconds and look at some of the images of the kids they are working with and the love they are showing. Take a look at
This baby Hawa, she was born with HIV antibodies. The mother was mentally ill, and she fed her with Dettol and uncooked rice, and that worsened her case, and the skin was peeling. And by God's grace, she got healed, and now she has been adopted, and she's in the US. This family Nyamiche was abandoned at Kolebu Hospital. Was born with multiple disabilities, hydrocephalus, spinal bifida, physically impaired, and also cerebral palsy. She was brought to our home, and by God's grace, he has been adopted to the US, and he's doing well.
Yeah, amazing work, for anybody to set their heart out to reach out to kids with special needs like this. They need all the support and all the love and all the financial help we can give them. So the number is on the screen right again. Call them and speak to the Reverend, and whatever you have that you want to assist him with, I'm sure he'll be very, very, very happy. So the number is on the screen right now. Reverend, I just have to say thank you for making time to see us, and saying thank you too on behalf of all the abandoned children that you have taken it upon yourselves to take care of. Social welfare, for the difficult work that you're doing. Find a policeman in front of your door with an abandoned kid, and you have to take care of it.
Close work,
You're close work, you're going home.
Then you meet the policeman with the baby,
With the baby.
and a toddler. Madam, you see me in Fanambremo. Hey, who the name Bram is saying? Me, my point, but you can't go
You
home.
can't go home.
You have to sit down, read the extract, know where the child was picked from. Then we call Mr. Anaba. Or
him.
there's another orphanage at Nanokro.
Okay.
We call him, Mr. Anaba, there's a problem. I think we can solve it tomorrow, but we are coming with the children. Oh, no problem. And they open their doors at any time.
Fantastic.
Unless we don't knock,
They open the door.
they will open it.
Okay.
When we send the children, they say, oh, once you have the police extract, they don't have any problem.
Fantastic, fantastic. And folks, this is just to add to the appeal that they were making, It's not an easy thing to have your doors open to help abandoned children in this country. So any support that you can give, I'm sure it will be greatly appreciated. Yeah. You have your final words? Anything to add? Just
I just want to thank God for giving us this opportunity, because it's not an easy thing. But He has given us the grace and the ability to do this. And we thank Him so much. And we thank whoever is ready to come and support us.
Amen. So all of you who are ready to come and support, the number is one more time on your screen. Please do call and make sure we give them all the support that they need. Stick around, folks. We'll be right back.
Like a famous robot once said, I'll be back. Stay tuned for more KSM.